Nike dropped Caitlin Clark's first signature shoe, and it sold out in 1 minute flat. 1 minute. Fans went wild, resellers started flipping pairs for triple the price, and social media exploded with praise for the rookie superstar who's changing women's basketball forever. But not everyone was celebrating, because just hours later, eagle-eyed fans noticed something strange. Aya Wilson's own Nike shoe was sitting in clearance bins at major retailers, some even discounted by 40%. That's when the drama began. Whispers turned into headlines. Tweets turned into debates. How could the reigning MVP, one of the best players in the world, be overshadowed so completely? The drop heard around the world. It was supposed to be just another product launch. Nike announced Caitlin Clark's debut shoe, the Nike CC1, with minimal warning, but maximum hype. Within minutes, fans crashed the website. Sizes vanished instantly. By the 1 minute mark, the entire collection, shoes, shirts, hoodies, was gone. Social media exploded. Posts flooded X, Instagram, and TikTok with messages like, "I've never seen this happen for a women's player." It was a cultural moment, not just a sneaker release, a movement. Caitlin Clark, in her rookie year, had just done what even legends took decades to accomplish. Meanwhile, Nike's competitors panicked. Sales trackers showed the CC1 moving faster than LeBron's last drop. For the first time, a WNBA player's shoe had become a mainstream phenomenon. But as the confetti settled, some fans noticed a painful contrast. Aya Wilson's own Nike line was quietly being marked down. The queen versus the rookie. 4 years, Aya Wilson has been the face of consistency. 2-time MVP, WNBA champion, Defensive Player of the Year, Team USA gold medalist. Her dominance is undeniable, yet her recognition? Often lacking. When Caitlin Clark entered the league, the media frenzy was immediate. Every game, every point, every stare-down went viral. Meanwhile, Aya, the established superstar, suddenly found herself in the shadow of a rookie. Fans started comparing them relentlessly. Skill versus star power. Substance versus spotlight. And when Clark's shoe drop crushed records, the narrative shifted again. People weren't talking about championships, they were talking about influence. Even IRS loyal supporters couldn't ignore the numbers. Clark's jersey outsold every other WNBA player combined. Her games drew record-breaking TV audiences. The tweet that sparked debate. It started with a single cryptic tweet. Hours after Clark's shoe sold out, Aya Wilson posted on X. "Funny how the game works sometimes." She didn't tag anyone. She didn't name brands. But fans immediately knew what it meant. The replies poured in, half defending Aya, half accusing her of jealousy. Some users said, "She's right. The media only uplifts one player." Others fired back, "This isn't jealousy. It's frustration." The tweet went viral overnight. Sports commentators weighed in. Analysts debated whether Wilson was subtly calling out Nike or the WNBA itself. Even celebrities chimed in, with some urging fans to give Aya her flowers. But behind the scenes, sources claimed the tension was real. The Nike numbers game. Here's the cold truth. Nike follows the data. Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete. She's a marketing juggernaut. Since her college days at Iowa, she's broken every record imaginable, both on and off the court. TV ratings, attendance, social engagement, all exploded when she played. So when Nike saw that level of influence, they went all in. According to internal reports, Clark's shoe pre-orders outpaced expectations by 800%. Retailers were blindsided. Demand was astronomical. Meanwhile, Aya's line, launched months earlier, didn't perform nearly as well. Was that fair? Not necessarily. But to Nike's shareholders, numbers speak louder than loyalty. Some fans accused Nike of abandoning Wilson to chase Clark's popularity. Others said the brand simply followed where the money was going. Inside the locker room reactions. Inside WNBA circles, everyone felt the shift. Players whispered about it in locker rooms and group chats. Did you see Clark's shoe numbers? Did Nike really mark down Aya's line? For some, it was inspiring proof that women's sports could finally reach mainstream appeal. But for others, it was frustrating. Aya's teammates reportedly told her to ignore the noise, but that's easier said than done. Imagine being the best player in the league, yet feeling like the world's forgotten your name. Some players even hinted at favoritism within the WNBA's marketing strategy, claiming that Clark's image was being pushed harder than anyone else's. That perception only deepened the divide. Behind smiles and sportsmanship, quiet resentment simmered. The media's role in the divide. Media coverage poured gasoline on the fire. Every outlet ran the same headline: Caitlin Clark's shoe sells out in 60 seconds. Meanwhile, few even mentioned Aya Wilson's shoe sale struggles. Talk shows, podcasts, and analysts praised Clark as the face of the WNBA. But rarely did they mention that Wilson, the two-time MVP, had built that foundation long before Clark arrived. It became a narrative problem. Aya wasn't just battling competition on the court, she was fighting for equal recognition. Fans noticed it too. Some said the media was Caitlin obsessed, ignoring the rest of the league. And that's the real issue. The psychology of fame. Fame doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. For years, Aya Wilson was used to being the name everyone respected. She was the standard, the bar, the benchmark. Then Caitlin Clark arrived and rewrote the rules overnight. Her rise wasn't slow, it was instant. Within months, she had endorsements, fans, and fame on a global scale. For Aya, that kind of shift is emotional. It's not jealousy, it's displacement. She worked her whole career to elevate women's basketball. Now, a newcomer was getting the spotlight she'd fought for. The fans take sides. If there's one thing the internet loves, it's choosing sides. Almost immediately, fans split into two camps. Hashtag Team Clark and hashtag Team Wilson. Caitlin Clark's supporters celebrated her success as a breakthrough for women's sports. IRS fans defended her legacy, saying she'd earned her respect long before Clark even joined the league. Comment sections turned into battlefields. Podcasts debated who deserved more attention. It wasn't just about shoes, it was about symbolism. Clark represented new energy, a bridge to mainstream audiences. Wilson represented longevity, years of dominance with little fanfare. Nike's strategic move. Behind closed doors, Nike knew exactly what it was doing. Caitlin Clark's image fits perfectly into a corporate strategy. Young, explosive, marketable. Her appeal crosses generations. Nike didn't just design a shoe, they built a movement. And while Aya Wilson is undeniably elite, her market demographic is smaller. That's not her fault, it's just marketing math. Nike thrives on cultural momentum. And right now, Clark is the moment. That's why Nike executives reportedly shifted budgets from older campaigns toward new ones featuring Caitlin. The bigger picture. At the end of the day, this story isn't really about shoes. It's about evolution, the evolution of women's sports, fame, and what fans value. Caitlin Clark represents a new generation. Digital, viral, unstoppable. Aya Wilson represents the foundation. Proven, respected, and dominant. Both matter. Both deserve recognition. But as the world celebrates Clark's rise, it's important to remember the players who paved the road she's walking. If the WNBA is going to grow, it can't be built on competition between women. It has to be built on connection. Because for every sold-out sneaker, there's a deeper story about legacy, equity, and respect.